here's the thing. For everybody listening, don't make the same mistake the Bengals just did in any facet of your life.
People are going to get hurt. It's the hockey season.
What about the Jared Cook play on the sideline?
I was very tempted to just put defense.
I'm saying it right now. If Anthony Davis is out for the playoffs, they don't make it out of the first round.
Come on, Austin and I have been saying this ever since Joe Burrow got injured.
I don't really think the Dodgers are going to make the World Series this year. I feel like they'll make it to the NLCS.
The Fernando Tatis extension, because that really surprised me.
Like you said, Ovechkin, he's getting older. He hasn't been playing as well as I imagined. He's one of the greatest goal scorers of all time, but he hasn't started off this season as hot as I would hope.
Hi, I'm Jeff Allen, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our MLB Opinions of the Week. I'm Kevin, and I'm joined by the man that, as I think everyone deals with, we all have our own salary cap. The podcast has a salary cap. Some may just call it a budget. But will the MLB have a traditional salary cap, Austin?
When I will ever, I mean in the next 10 years probably. That's a reasonable timeline. So in 2035, will there be a salary cap? I'm going to go no. And the reason why is if you add one now, I don't know how you enforce it because every player on the Dodgers is going to have to get traded almost. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm in the same agreement. I'm thinking, I thought very recently, given what the Dodgers have done, there have been calls for a salary cap, but I don't see it happening. Just because I do think baseball likes the idea of the Dodgers should get people watching at least. And also, I think you have to look at the commissioner. I don't think Rob Manfred is a good commissioner.
Do you think he's going to be the commissioner still in 10 years, though?
He might be.
That's true. He might be.
I wouldn't be surprised. Kind of like he's there. And we've been critical of him. And while baseball has gotten popular, there have been critiques of that as you and I have debated that. But I really think I think the biggest thing with MLB right now is the watchability and just kind of the game. And we've talked about the golden at bat rule. That would be weird. I think they're more focused on the game and getting it to people. They also have to deal with the streaming and broadcasting issues. So I don't think the salary cap's on Manfred's mind, and I also don't think he'd have a plan. They might just go luxury tax again, or just kind of do what the NBA did, especially with the Suns. They're dealing with it where they don't they lose picks or something, or they can only trade so many players?
I don't know if it's lose picks. You don't get the those extra conditional picks. I don't think they get those.
Okay, yeah. There's something to where they may limit it based on the luxury tax, but I don't think, hey, you can only spend so much. I don't see the MLB doing it. Because, of course, there's a why, but I'm trying to think, what does Manfred think? And he'd be like, well, we got to work on the pitch clock.
Yeah. I think that if Manfred's ever not the commissioner in the next 10 years, I do think it could be looked at. But again, I don't know how you enforce it or what the barrier is. I think there's a better chance of them adding a cap floor than a cap minimum or a cap ceiling.
Yeah, and I think you bring up a great reason of saying how do you implement it? Because I could see someone going hey, we need to work on this, and then they have to figure it out. Cap floor is easier, and I am in support of that. Salary cap, I'm not sure if I'm in support of. I just know what the Dodgers are doing is just insane, and so it's just weird. And you got to look at the other teams and just kind of what they can spend as well. But definitely with the salary cap floor, because as I think the Dodgers have shown, there is money somewhere, and they just keep finding it. While it's, of course, LA, I do think there are other things of they can find money. There's money said that just isn't reported or talked about in regards to what can be spent on teams.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't think there's going to be one. I know a lot of people have talked about there being one, but I think it's almost impossible. I think we've passed the point of no return.
Yeah, I think it's a great point. And this is a video. Will it happen? Not should it happen?
This is not an opinion.
Yeah.
On it is an opinion video, but it's not an opinion on the nature of a salary cap and whether or not the MLB should adopt one. It's more, will it happen in the reasonable future? Maybe in 100 years there'll be one, but I don't really care about baseball in 100 years at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's a great point. And yeah, you and I are both in agreement of no. And of course, if you have thoughts, let us know in the comments. If you have ideas for it to be implemented, we appreciate it. And we've done videos in the past based on comments. So feel free to comment. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. Also, Twitter /X and Instagram. Thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions.